Good day, everybody. This is Gardening Warrior, and this here is Jessica at Three Rivers Homestead. And every year she does a pantry challenge during January and February to use as much as she can out of her house without going to the grocery store. Every year I participate, and some years I actually get a video or two out. So this is how we always prepare for January and February, sometimes into March and April, because I have a lot of food. And I'm going to first start with a walkthrough of my mobile food storage. And it's mobile because, yes, my friends, it's on wheels. First, we're going to start with the non-mobile pantry. This is in my kitchen. And the top row has, as you can see, extra canning jars. Extra jars for my tinctures and my elixirs and extracts and all kinds of fun stuff there. And breakfast. It's a big container. And that's really the only place it fits. And then we have the lids, or excuse me, the rings for my canning jars. These are not actually holding anything in place. They're just up there so I don't lose them. And underneath them, hidden so it stays nice and dark in there, are the home canned goods. Those are pork, beef, more empty jars, chicken, and these are all inventoried. More chicken, more beef, chili beans, red beans. Down here we have some roast. I also keep extra meds in here, and those are in the bags, and each one has their own little bag. Then we have more chicken, steak, extra Parmesan cheese. I'm not really sure why that's in there. That is beef stew, and it doesn't belong there. And then we have my unsalted ghee. I have jars in here, and more baking and cooking things in here. These are my extra food storage for my vacuum sealer. Alright, and here we are in one of the mobile units that goes over in the other area, and I'll move it back there at the end and show you. On the top we have my Thrive Market chicken broth. 3 things of mashed potatoes still in boxes. And then I have my organic chicken bone broth that I get from Thrive Market as well. And then I have my special powders, my acacia powder. I can't say that word anyways. But all my powders I like to put in my foods to bulk up their nutritional value. And then, of course, we lift up the little holders here. And each item is labeled. We have canned corn. On the other side, we have green beans. These are more meals here. These are side items. I take that back. This is backwards. So this right here, now that you can see, is the country baked beans. These are all side dishes. This is the working pantry number 1. These are all sides. Cornbread, side dishes, more side dishes. Italian green beans. We eat those a lot. Then we have 2 cups of rice, already measured out. Some mashed potato flakes in there. This is the one that we'll be using next. And then we have rice. We have some bouillon that I was gifted, or it was a donation. We have some crackers down there, cheddar soups, regular and spicy nacho, and then we have stuffing and dressing because we use that in a lot of our meals. And then we have the kids' juices, and I dilute each of those jugs. Will make 4 of those jugs because that's how I dilute it for my children. Alright, on to the next one. Alright, the next item is what I like to call the mobile milk crate tower. It does have a mover's block underneath, so it's on wheels. We have our water up here, chocolate milk and hot cocoa, extra bags to make more meals in bags. That I believe is Maggie's, spices, a little stuffing mix there, and usually water jugs go down there, and then oils. There's some rice, chicken and biscuit, crackers, some tomato soup, and then water jugs go here, and then an extra jug of cleaner and dishwasher soap that are not Melaleuca, and that's why they're down there. Those are just extra spares in case. Alright, now we are back to the working pantry, I believe. Let me look. Alright, so yes, this is working pantry number 1. I forgot that I took the sign off earlier. So, and the reason I have these is not for me. I know which one's, working pantry versus backup and such. My aides, however, and my children, this helps them when they're doing inventory or looking for something so that they know where it's at. On the top, we have our flour. These are regular flours. These are all gluten-free flours here. Then we start with number 12 because it's on top, don't ask. And these are the meals that are going to be used in the next week or 2. And that's why they're up top and closer to the light, which is not usually on. And this is bucket number 13. And again, these are the larger meals that will be used next. Then we have a little bit of holiday decor right next to, 20 million non-golden rings of mason jars. And, we even have little elf aprons here. These are here year-round, so it's not like it's just here for Christmas. And then we lift this up because you want to keep everything nice and cool and dark to help your food last longer. Cool, dark, and dry. That's the rule. And each of these has a number, and these are each different types of meals. These are the meals in bags. And each container has a number which coincides with its number in the inventory. So this will be working pantry 1, box 5, and then you go, and this is where the meals are for that, are in that book. This is number 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is actually not 11. That is just a spare, next to the box. And then we have 13 down there. But this is literally set up for the inventory in the book. This right here is where we keep the extra electrical cords and batteries and such. This does not stay here. It actually goes over there. In a minute, when I'm done showing you this, I'll show you how it all gets officially set up. Alright, and this is working pantry number 2. This has all our ramen, bread cubes, croutons for soups and salads, fruit snacks, which is usually canned fruit, not actual fruit, beans that I have to go through and get canned. This is our marinara and pink sauce station. So if you ever want a spaghetti or pasta type meal, all the ingredients to make the sauces are here. And there's 2 things of pasta. A lot of the bags already have pasta in them. This is our tikka marsala. These are extra soups, canned soups. These are the meal preps, more meal prep meal in bags. That's Latin and Hispanic. Soup, stews, and chilies. More of the pink sauce and pasta. Alright, we also have soup and salad toppings, beef-based meals, chicken-based meals. Those are all our desserts, and those are weekend and holiday breakfast there. And I think, oh yeah, I've got some cooking oil and stuff back there. And now we come to the backup pantry. We have milk alternatives here, pancake and waffle mix. We have some cold brew coffee, ramen, and then we have rice alternatives. We have the spicy ramen on the other side. I don't know where its lid is, but I need to find that. And then we have some cheesecake. This area is pretty empty. I'm sure I'll find a way to fill it. Some extra spices in there. This is the gravies. This is miscellaneous sweeteners. This is my bee pollen. Coconut bites. I like to stick those in the yogurt sometimes. Pure maple syrup. That's not open, so that's why it's not in the fridge. Spinach flakes back there. That's just her extra add-ins. Sour cream powder, which actually belongs over here because it's freeze-dried. And I use that to make our meals in jars. And then we have some extra miscellaneous Jiffy biscuit mix back there and some cooked ham. Those just aren't in kits yet. That's why they're there. White cake mixes because my Essie likes white cake with sprinkles. And these are our Pampered Chef kits, meal kits. They're seasonings, and then we have the recipe cards back there. Then these are all mashed potato flakes here. Then I've got some alternative supplements here that I put into the food just to give a little extra nutritional value. This is tapioca flour in place of regular flour. Then we have our dried beans and our cider mix right there. This bucket right here is full of jars of rice as well. I just realized I need to fix my thing there. Sorry about that. I've been spinning around. Alright, this right here is all the freeze-dried items from Thrive Life, Thrivalist, Augustin Farms. I sell a lot of different companies, so we have extra beans down there, extra canned items. Then we have dehydrators and sealers right here. Alright, now all the pantries are back where they belong, thanks to Wheels. And we have other items that are here. We have arts and crafts box, our music and therapy box. And then we have game night because that's the heaviest. Then we have other items. That poor thing is just going to keep getting moved all over the place. We have our rock tumbler here. We have a giant karaoke machine that needs to be used more often. And then we have other items over here. We have parts to my KitchenAid that need to be put up. And then we have miscellaneous baking items in each of these. Back here, behind this, everything's on wheels. Thank you, Harbor Freight. We have more totes, Some of them are filled with food. Some are blankets, extra sheets, extra pillowcases, just extra items that you need. And they're back there. And then we have these two totes here. There we go. And then extra boxes, some Pampered Chef stuff. This is just miscellaneous things that I need to put up or pack up, for that matter. And so it just kind of sits right there. Put this back where it belongs. Alright, so that is it for the mobile pantry food prep area. Still a lot of work needs to be done, but everything is at least inventoried and back where it needs to be, so that everybody knows what we have and where it is held. Alright, I'll see you in the next one. Next, we should be doing the refrigerator and freezers, but that's for another day.